Oh,
Looks like YouTube's gonna work.
Okay, cool.
no Shane this evening.
Doesn't look like it.
Pretty funny. If you look up the origin of Herf, there's all kinds of what I can only assume are made up stories, and some of them are kind of funny. I think what you're going to find is there's real no known origin.
Well, it's just such an odd word. I don't know if that's a known word in the cigar industry. I've just never. It's just such an odd word to me.
Most
Yeah, it's just one of those words that have gone around for a while.
Yeah, most state that it started in the early 90s in like cigar forums.
Yeah.
So, but there's a funny story about a dude in the 1800s that blew himself up with a Cuban cigar and a firework.
Shocking.
His last name was Herfiger.
That's where it came from, yeah.
Uh,
All right. Looks like that's the
so
best thing
Chrissy,
I'll get.
you'll be glad to know that my hair pick came in, and I've been fluffing it up every day. I think I added an inch or two.
It is a little more even today.
It is.
That's because the Aragon oil infused hair pick.
Oh, fancy.
Nice.
It's got like a pump that injects it into your hair or something.
No, it's just on the combs.
Is it like going here?
How come my name is Mr. Cardigan because I wear a cardigan, but he's not Mr. Pick?
That's dumb.
Damn.
Hate you guys.
No,
Careful,
you
there's a
don't.
lot of other nicknames.
Yeah, I've got like most of the nicknames out of anyone. I've got the most.
I don't know about that.
That's your identifier. You're the nickname guy.
Would you rather it be ZBB? I can make it ZBB. Zabikio, is that right?
Zabikio.
That's your
Bobby, did you lay the black tarp to create your own studio for the Zoom?
I did.
Why aren't you using the virtual background features?
Yeah.
I mean, I love staring at the black tarp, but wouldn't mind seeing you on a beach or something.
Not really sure how to take that, Michael.
Keep those speedos on.
Oof.
I think that's what he's trying to say is he'd rather have something better to look at.
I don't know. I thought Chrissy and Curtis's. I thought that was the porn studio. You have the black tarp with the red leather chairs.
Leather.
Leather.
Pretty sure I got these for $20 off Craigslist.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Don't get a luminol light around. Or what is that
I hope you
luminol around?
sanitized it after you got it.
How did you disinfect those things?
Oh, I did.
Warm water.
Licked them.
I think those chairs may have been the origin of the coronavirus. Anything from David about you think he's gonna join or not? Okay.
Or more.
Okay. We do have a couple guys that are, interested in joining. Haven't heard anything back today, so obviously they're not going to be in tonight. But we will have some special guests. We may end up having someone pop in like before. You never know.
Cool.
But I do have a 5-pack down here. I'll get out here in a little while.
Ah, I knew you had something up your sleeve.
I gotta work out the pricing real quick. I actually had it out last time. I just never got to it.
He's not ready.
I wasn't ready. Probably do something similar like I did last time.
Should include a Kentucky ice cube.
No.
No.
Yeah. When I
Not
pick up,
everyone is going to do pickup, so it would melt in shipping.
when I do pick up my bundle though, I do want a sleeve of ice.
All right. As long as we didn't lose it during that last storm. I didn't check last time.
Yeah, because we our power went out briefly, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was some badass lightning.
We had to go in there the next
Oh, okay.
over the
Shit.
next couple of days and reset everything. None of our automated lights would work.
yeah.
Our internet was somehow was half up, but the other half wasn't. I don't know.
Weird.
What have y'all been doing? Stay sane.
Sane. That's an opportune word.
We've been watching. We've had a bad string of just horrible movies.
Oh God.
So bad.
I think we're at 3 or 4 now
Yeah.
in a row. Just horrible.
What was that one with the alligator? Crawl.
Crawl.
So bad.
So bad.
Terrible.
And even the
Bad
name
Boys.
states it's gonna be bad.
Horrible.
No, good.
Bad Boys for Life?
No, this is the one about the three little kids.
Is it
Oh.
Good
Oh.
Boys. I think it's called Good Boys. It's by Seth Rogen.
Oh yeah.
Bad.
I've seen that.
No,
It's
don't
got
watch
some good one-liners, but it's bad overall.
Yeah,
Beanbag Boys.
yeah, good boys. Horrible.
What was the other one? There was another
Isn't
one.
that the Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill? Isn't that movie part of that group? Yeah, I was
Yeah.
disappointed knowing that.
Like, how can you all make such a bad movie? Go back to your stoner shit.
Yeah.
Super bad was awesome.
What?
Super bad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
like,
That's what we're
"This is
saying. They
awesome."
make
You know, even Pineapple Express wasn't this bad.
Gosh, there was another one. It was bad. I can't remember what it is.
Oh shit.
Still smoking.
I got the Elite bundle out with the Laranja Oscuro, the big dog.
Ooh.
Yeah, Curtis and I were talking before we got on here, and if you were an elite member and you got that bundle, that Oscuro is like
It is much bigger. It's much bigger than the other ones. It's like, as soon as I
Yeah.
picked it up, I'm like, holy shit, this thing's huge.
that's what she said.
So I guess I didn't realize much of that, what went into that group, but now I think I'm ready to join. When are they going to reopen?
It was open last I looked.
Oh, really?
I mean, the first shipment hasn't come out, so. I don't know.
Oh, I thought it was only like 1 month out of the year that they said
Normally.
I
membership.
think it was supposed to be.
They just kind of left the code open on the website.
Yeah, it's open still. Yeah, it's
really?
espinosaelite.com.
All right. Well, what is it? $180?
150, I think.
It's more than 150. It's at least 160, but it may be 180.
You definitely make your money.
We got a promo because we were founding members.
Yeah, right. I heard that. Right.
So I'm not sure what the full price, I think it's 180.
What-
It may be 160.
What
but-
what us newbies pay?
right. And I mean, really, hell, the last bundle we got, it's got a $110 value. So,
Yeah. That's what the guys were saying.
and, personally, Chrissy and I, we didn't join for the cigar packages. We joined to be a part of that, to support that team. The cigars
right.
were just a perk. All the things they do for us, they invite us to Lazona Palooza. Granted, it's not a guaranteed invite to Lazona Palooza, but, you know, all the things they've done for us, the least we can do is participate in their membership.
And what else? What are any other membership things they do other than getting the cigars? Do they send out like newsletters?
Got this 10 case.
Got a hat,
Okay.
Got an elite hat,
a coin.
an elite coin. It's a square coin. I don't know if it's down here, if it's upstairs.
It's upstairs on the
Oh,
wall.
I've seen Jason sleeps with it underneath this pillow. I've seen him post with it.
Yep, that one. We got a shirt.
Don't have.
They opened it at Lazona Palooza 2 years ago, and when you signed up there, you got a founding member shirt. So I don't know if that's part of the future package. Just like this travel case, and it says founding member. I don't know if that's going to be. They're going to take, you know, this part off, and it just say Espinosa Elite. Same with the coin.
Gotcha.
And then every bundle that you have the opportunity to like upgrade it. So you could get like another thing of special cigars added, or like a cutter. Like they had, this is the Lazona Palooza cutter, but they also have the Espinosa Elite cutters and lighters,
Okay.
stuff like that. Looks like we lost Woody.
Well, he's there, but he's not there. We get to see his purple couch.
It's brown.
That thing is not brown.
I'm going with purple. We're getting a tour of Prince's house.
I think he's colorblind.
His wife's like, yeah, it's brown. In reality, everything in the house is purple.
I can't say anything. When Brandy and I first got together and we bought this house, she bought a purple couch and I let her. We don't have it anymore.
I'll let Chrissy pick this
For
couch.
the living room?
We're gonna need pictures.
What you'll do for love.
I'll pull up some photos here. Hold on. Here, I'll pull it up so I can share it on the computer.
I got a picture to share, Bobby, if you're still figuring that out.
Go ahead.
Wait, if I can figure it out, it is.
Starting screen sharing.
Go ahead, Bobby. You do it.
Well, I'm not finding any pictures of said couch.
Bad.
So
The only one I found, you can't really tell it's purple because of Instagram filters.
You can do it.
You just have to believe it.
Well,
oh, it's not letting me. All right, I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. I'll have to email myself.
What are you yawning for?
tired.
Oh, sure. Okay.
I had two things I wanted to do today, and I had this small window between when I got off of my day job and had to get ready for this, with dinner in between there somewhere too. And I didn't get I didn't even get started.
Uh-oh.
Maybe tomorrow.
Nothing
Curtis, has the
changing
workload
soon.
been
We got tomorrow.
similar? Sorry, go
My
ahead,
day
Michael.
job's been crazy.
Yeah, similar workload, or you find it's increasing a little bit with everything going on with everybody's working from home and so on?
It's I don't even know if it's really the work from home. It's that initiative that we launched, that Keep America Connected. It's destroying pretty much every line of business we have. People calling in trying to, how do I take advantage of this? Anyone K through 12 gets pretty much free internet if they're not a customer. But that's causing people that are customers to call, going, why can't I get it?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't even know the details on it. For all I know, they can. I just know that call volume's been ridiculous. It's starting to right size though, so I didn't expect it to right size this quick.
Are you flattening the curve, Curtis?
If I see that stupid St. Louis graph one more freaking time, I'm gonna scream. It's getting to the point where I don't want to do bourbon with Brashears anymore.
Can I
Oh, it's
bring the
getting
graph up?
monotonous.
Yeah.
Oh, hey!
Oh,
So cute.
Allie Rose's first Easter.
Wow,
My
so
new favorite picture.
That's adorable. I love
Yeah.
Alfred.
I created that.
By the
you
looks,
did.
I would say the gene pool is heavier on her end.
As long as she gets my humor.
Are you saying she's a little uptight?
She's a little fussy. We know where she gets that from.
That's a great picture that you have there, Mr. Cardigan.
We'll find it. Hold on, we'll find the spot.
You got to get the angle. You got an angle.
that's awful bright.
You gotta give it. Yeah, there you go.
There you
The
go.
stinky?
Oh,
Oh, that's the monster. Yeah.
Herf edition.
Did you see that one at the Espinosa warehouse? He has one. I mean, it's big.
Really?
You go to Home Depot and get a 5-gallon bucket.
Right. They're expensive.
Little cat litter in it.
Because I was going to get one for the shop, but then after I saw how big it was in real life, I was like, I don't have anywhere to put it.
It's that big, huh? You put that right in the middle of the seating area?
Right. Everyone just leaned forward.
That's not tacky at all.
Put champagne in it. Put it
Yeah.
in the center of the top.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You guys see that Amazon finally they're getting back to normal. They're shipping non-essentials.
Good.
Yeah.
Are they buying the post office yet?
What's that?
Are they buying the post office yet?
Oh, I don't know.
Bezos going to buy USPS? Is that what I heard?
Wow.
That's actually funny, but it's actually probably not that far off.
There's a whole lot of speculation on it, why the USPS service, the whole system's failing and everything else. I haven't read into it, so I don't know what's facts.
Oh,
and
it's such an. My brother actually became a mailman like a year ago, and it's just such an antiquated system. It's unbelievable. They haven't updated their system in 30 years. The only thing different now they do that they didn't do 40, 50 years ago is actually have an automated scanning machine. That's probably the only update they've made in 50 years.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know where to start as far as updating that type of stuff.
Right.
I would think most of
But
the
it's so
routes-
funny because
Go ahead.
they have to fund it. Like there's zero chance that they're not going. They do this every time. They wait until the last minute. They don't pass it for 5 or 7 days, and then they pass it every single time.
Yep. I mean,
And
what are we gonna do? Not have
especially
mail?
now with, yeah, right. And especially now, the impact to small business, with that obviously being the hot topic. Like,
Right.
there's so many small businesses that wouldn't be able to exist without the USPS system. So it's like, now is not the time to play the games.
I don't know. I mean, I've got a UPS account. Granted, I haven't looked into the cost difference in shipping, other than the fact that I
Mhm.
have to source my own boxes if I want UPS. But it can't be really that much more expensive.
Yeah, but so many small businesses aren't sending packages like yours. They're sending very small packages where it costs them $1 to $3 to ship through USPS.
Yeah, they just slide it in an envelope.
Yeah, or like a padded envelope or something like that. Yeah.
I got you. I've got a lot of packages that way. It's a box shoved into a padded envelope. Okay.
Right.
You barely got it to fit, but it fits, so it counts, right?
Yeah, exactly. And those, were you the one telling me that those anywhere boxes is the same for international as it is domestic?
Yep.
So I'm sure that weighs heavy on small business.
Yeah, and it's literally, it fits, it ships. It doesn't matter what it weighs. You can fill it full of concrete, and they're going to ship it for the same price.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And I think the way they calculate it based off of how much will fit into one of those containers that they ship stuff in. You know, what's it
Mhm.
cost to ship one of those containers? X amount of these boxes will fit in it, so that's what it costs you to ship it.
Sure.
How many of these can we do? Do you know? I don't even know how many of these we have.
What is it?
Maduro.
You know what? 4 kits? Oh, probably no more than 4 or 5 of them.
Okay.
Counting that one.
Okay.
Gotta go get killing soon.
Ron has all but disappeared.
It's getting dark.
Sun's getting real low.
It's getting dark in this house.
Gonna tell us ghost stories.
There's my flashlight. I'll put it under my
Yeah, get the phone out so you can get the flashlight going.
Who has a flashlight anymore?
I carry one with me every day.
That's right.
Yeah.
And to my algebra 2 teacher in high school that said I'll never have a calculator with me every day, right there.
She lied to you.
What does she know?
Miss Parks lied.
Yeah.
The name drop over here. Couldn't tell you
Regina
what
Parks.
In your Boy Scout training that told you to always have a compass. You got a compass, you got a flashlight, you got now you got a tape measure. If you're an iPhone user, you got it all right there.
I got a tape measure.
Oh,
Yeah,
level
well,
on
the fact that it's 5 inches long is your tape measure, the side of your phone, that
AR.
doesn't count.
I got AR. I can measure anything.
I've got an AR.
Like Mr. Cardigan's been trying that out in the bathroom.
Ron, 12 inches.
Easy there, Shane.
Wow.
Let me guess, you turn it this way. Robert's over here going, yep, that's me.
So a glass breaks in our kitchen the other day, and my wife cleans it up. I should have known there's an issue with that. And I say, hey, what'd you do with all that glass? And then a day later, I throw something in the garbage, and I hear something jiggling around in there. I'm like, hey, what'd you do with all that glass, by the way? He goes, oh, I threw it in the trash. And I said, you didn't think that that's going to shred the bag when we go to take it out? He goes, oh, I guess I didn't think of that. So fast forward 2 days, and the trash is filled up, and I'm emptying the trash this morning, and yeah, sliced my thumb.
Man, so it takes you 3 days to fill up your garbage can?
Well, we still got so many boxes we're working through, so much trash goes into like empty boxes that we're emptying. So yeah, not normally.
Our garbage has doubled since we're all home all the time.
There's only 2 1/4 of them though.
Yeah, but still. I mean, our kitchen trash gets emptied daily still.
Oh yeah.
Does it?
We missed last week's trash, and we were like,
Oh,
what are we going to do?
holy shit.
Call him member.
Yeah, right? It'd be cheaper and quicker for me to just take it to local dump. It almost got to that point.
Mm-mm.
When I first met Brandy, you know, at that time she was still with her ex-husband, and he had some weird, you know, he's always had some weird quirks about him. But some of the better things about him, you know, was he was quite the penny pincher, but he was also quite the environmentalist. And so, you know, they composted most of everything that they could, and then they didn't buy a lot of prepackaged food and stuff like that. So they would actually use a Kroger bag, and that was how much garbage they made in a week. It would fit in a Kroger bag.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Wow.
Not me. I have 2 of the large waste management garbage cans.
Yeah.
And you fill those up weekly?
No, we normally fill 1. But we regularly go over the 1, you know, it's 1 and a whatever, but I don't want to have my garbage can overflowing, which it is right now. But
Yeah.
It's because we missed last week. Plus, it's because we're off and I'm cleaning things out too.
Right.
I mean,
weeks like, you know, Christmas week or Thanksgiving week, you know, we're doing a lot more cooking or a lot more wrapping or whatever the case may be. That waste increases, and I need that second can. It's only $2 a month. I'm a baller.
Rolling in trash.
Living on that baller on a budget.
That's paying for Fuller's bonus.
Exactly. You know, I gotta look out for a guy. All right, looks like we're getting close to 9. I want to get this going before it gets too late. This week, Crown Heads is our unofficial sponsor. We've got the Coalition. We've got both the regular Toro and the Siglo. We have the Imperioso Double Robusto, the Crown Head 4 Kicks Corona Gordo Maduro, and then the Juarez shots.
there's not 2 Corleone in there. Oh yeah, there is.
She doubts me.
Man, she's
So
second guessing you there.
this package has a value of, can you see it? 59, almost $60.
Yeah.
So we're gonna mark it down to 50. That's taxes, everything. Anyone's interested, just message me. It'll go until tomorrow at midnight.
Good deal.
Are you gonna display your Venmo QR?
Sure. Let me get that up.
Happy what?
Caitlin's outside waiting.
Up front? The door not locked?
No, she's out for a Kroger waiting.
Oh.
It's dark. Wherever.
Chrissy's gonna leave us.
You'll be gone till I get back.
Maybe.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye,
All right,
Chrissy.
where's this thing at?
Bye, Chrissy.
Bye.
What?
See what happens when you second guess Curtis? You get knocked off.
Get the hell out.
Gonna kick to the curb. You gonna lay down now, stupid?
No thanks. I don't know why I can't find the QR code.
Well, if Michael would just look at his purchase history.
I don't want to look at it. I got so many bourbon raffle brandos in there. It'd be so far down by now.
I normally don't use the website. I normally use the app. I thought it'd be under my profile.
No, I found you.
Yeah.
I sent it to you, Curtis.
You found it? Of course you did.
That
You see it?
Yep.
I don't think anyone's taking a picture of it, Curtis. You can put it down.
Well, whatever.
I'll send
Like
you
I
mine
said.
if you guys just want to send some money.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
Okay, you guys go ahead and send it. I'll
No.
hold it up for another couple seconds. No. No.
All right, we got those two. Like I said, anyone that's watching this after the fact, I'll run it till tomorrow at midnight. Since I couldn't get it to share on Facebook, it's going through YouTube, and then I'm posting on Facebook. So we'll run it an extra day. And if I get enough traction this way, we may start running the specials a full 24 hours. I don't know. We'll see what works, what doesn't work. This is new to a lot of us. Oh, look, there's Jerry. But I've probably got, I must have left him in the waiting room too long. He left.
there was Jerry.
He done walked out on you. He said, screw you. I'm out.
What would you do if you walked by that window and was buck naked?
Or someone else.
Odd.
Like, Jerry, was that your wife? I'd have to put him back in the waiting room just to hopefully not embarrassing too much.
It's on YouTube.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Get it demonetized real quick.
I doubt that many people actually go back and watch these things. I know Eric did once. He was trying to dial in to one he was watching that was old. He kept commenting why we wouldn't let him in. And I finally got the notification that he was commenting on it. I'm like, hold on, man, let me send you the invite. Wrong meeting.
Sometimes I wonder how a business owner like that is just so challenged with technology.
When you got a guy, you don't have to be
That's
tech
true.
savvy.
Yeah.
And he's worried on running.
It's so funny.
Go ahead.
In our company, they furloughed all the admins. Almost all the admins. So it's so funny watching people do their own like Zoom setups and all their own admin work. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that could get interesting.
Did you guys watch the Saturday Night Live on last week?
I didn't. That the one that had Tom Hanks in it?
Yeah, and so it was basically an entire Zoom Saturday Night Live, and people did their own skits at home. But a lot of it wasn't all that great, but a couple of them were really hilarious. They did a reenactment of the viral YouTube or the viral Zoom where the lady goes to the bathroom on Zoom. They had it was like 6 people, and 2 of them were older ladies that were their admins, and they were like on the video like, "How's this? Do you guys see me yet? Do you guys see me?" And then the old ladies by the end of it were just crying like, "Oh, you guys can get off. You don't have to get on anymore." They were just crying because they couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I mean, hell, I'm on conference calls almost daily. You know, we have them routine every week on certain days, certain different ones are scheduled.
Yeah, right.
And hell, I've been doing, regularly for 2-3 years, hosting my own, not just joining them. And every once in a while, I'll get double muted. I'll have my phone muted on top of the software muted, and I'll start talking, and I'll hit someone 3 rows back going, "You're muted." And I'm like, fuck. All right, guys, let me start over. Sorry about that. No bitterness.
We use Microsoft Teams at work, and if you have the audio on your computer on, and then you happen to dial in and have the audio on your phone on, you get this insane echo.
Yeah.
And it's amazing
Yeah,
how many
same with
people
Zoom.
haven't figured that out, and it's just
Yep.
crazy annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
we-
host has to go through and you can see the notification that sound's coming through, and you have to go through and mute every
Yeah.
one of them.
Well, it's so funny because even on these Zooms, so like some of these Zooms are like 50, 60, 80, 100 people large. And the first 5 minutes is the VP saying, guys, I don't want to say it again. Please, everyone put your stuff on mute. And it's so funny because as a host, you can just click a button that says mute everybody. And then you just unmute yourself. And
That's an
nobody's
option.
figured out how to use that feature. I know.
It's an option where anyone dials in, it's automatically unmute.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can set it when you send out the invite, but then you can also do it manually with one click. And
So we,
nobody's figured out how to do it.
We use a combination. Jerry.
Jerry!
Hello, everybody.
I mean, we use them all. We use Zoom, WebEx, Teams, and Skype. But inevitably, it doesn't matter what you use. Somebody will not use their computer audio. They'll dial in with their desktop phone. And it never fails. Instead of going on mute, they put it on hold. And then everybody gets fucking hold music. I'm like, the buttons, we all have the same desktop phone. The buttons aren't even near each other. Why would you think, let me just put this on hold?
Right.
So why is a company, why would you use all the different platforms? Why would they not just go to one platform?
So for a couple different reasons. One, they're a bunch of cheapos. And so the only thing they pay for wide is Skype and Teams. We're moving from Skype to Teams, and they haven't completely migrated yet. So that's the reason for those two. We picked up Zoom because we're doing Zoom Health for all of our telehealth meetings because of the additional protection and whatnot. And then for those that don't have an account where they can host a meeting, WebEx offers free hosting. You can get a personal account for like 30 days or whatever. So.
Gotcha.
My work does WebEx for people that hosts a lot of meetings across multiple departments, but everyone has Skype because we use Skype Messenger to communicate throughout all the company. So you can do a screen share through Skype no matter what, but you have to be deemed essential enough to have a WebEx account to be able to host that type of call.
Right.
Yeah, we used to use WebEx when it was over 100 users, but now Zoom has opened it up where now you can do that through Zoom too. So we do everything through Zoom.
I think with Charter or Spectrum, whatever you want to call it, it's they've had the WebEx for so many years. They probably have some sort of contract with them that they just roll over.
Yeah.
Well, it's also probably a mindset thing. The higher ups don't want to change what took them 10 years to figure out how to use.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just so annoying.
yeah, I mean, it is what it is. They don't have time to learn a new tool, I guess is the best way to say it. They've got other things to worry about that are more important as far as, making sure all the metrics are being met and stuff like that. And since the
Evolve or die.
everything's been changing so drastically, some new initiatives and trying to collapse things still. It's we're 3-4 years into it now. I think 3 years into it since it went official and approved. And we don't even have them all in one billing system yet.
Oh, really?
Damn.
We've collapsed the ones that were in the same system, just different parts of it. We've collapsed those at least, but we still have two main billing systems.
Mr. Cardigan, I'm not going to make you go into a whole spiel on how Brandy's doing. Give me a thumbs up. Everything's good. She's better today. Yeah. Prayers. In my prayers.
Hospital.
That sucks.
I'm over it.
I'm
sure
glad you're
she's
feeling better. Everybody else as well?
Yeah, everyone else as well.
Good.
Where are the kids?
So
What's that?
Where are the kids?
They're here. They're here. So my mother-in-law, she works for Humana, and we set up her computer here. So she's been coming here to
Nice.
work this week. She's planning on doing it to help Randy while I'm at work. But now that Brandy's not here, she's still coming, but that means she needs help with the kids. So today, I did half a day. Tomorrow, I'll probably do a half a day because I got to take Maggie to a doctor's appointment. So.
Is that your mom or is that her mom?
Her mom. My family's all in Ohio.
Oh, do you have no family in Louisiana? Is that your family in Louisiana?
It's Brandy's family in Louisiana. So.
Oh, God! If I had to choose one hillbilly of the group, I thought it was you.
Oh, I'm a hillbilly, no doubt. My family all about, but I've got family from Eastern Kentucky. I do have family from Louisiana, but I've got family from, just about everywhere. I would say that if you ever watched The Wonderful Whites of West Virginia?
No.
oh god.
No, I was trying to
Holy
remember
crap.
that.
Yeah.
It's
I
all
was trying to
Prime,
remember that.
but
That's on Prime.
Train
that's
wreck.
pretty much my dad's side of the family.
Oh Lord, that's a train wreck waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The Wonderful Whites of West Virginia.
God.
That's the side of the family that I have two cousins that married each other, and we're not talking like third or fourth cousins. No, they're like second cousins.
Ah,
Nice.
I can talk about this since Chrissy's not here. So Chrissy's family tree goes like this. So Chrissy's maiden name is Greer, right?
Curtis, this is on YouTube, buddy.
She won't go back and watch it.
You
Her
better
maiden
hope
name
not.
is Greer, meaning her father's last name is Greer. Well, guess what her mother's maiden name is?
Greer.
They're both from somewhat the area. He was from Eastwood. She's from, I think, out this way. So
Anyone done any genealogy look on ancestry.com?
I don't think so, but like I said, her tree's like this.
That's my dad's
poor-
side of the family.
I give her shit about it all the time. So even if she goes back and watches it.
Funny because you look at my mom's side of the family, and other than my mom's mother, she's from Coal Town. She's from Hazard, but lives in Ohio. Everyone else on my mom's side of the family, like from her dad's side of the family, they're all very well-to-do, very established. Every one of them's done very well for themselves. And then you look at my dad's side of the family, it's just rednecks from hell.
Really?
Rednecks from hell.
My mom married my dad because she got knocked up at 17.
Well, okay then.
All
I
right.
can make fun of my
So,
dad. He's
Curtis.
Yeah.
Curtis, the other day we were talking about different series to watch. It just occurred to me when he said Eastern Kentucky. Justified. Have you seen Justified?
Oh, good show.
I've seen most of it. I've seen at least the
Good
first
show.
season. I think part of the second season, but I haven't watched much past that.
Go back and watch the rest of it. That's a top 5 series for me.
All right.
Mhm. Good series.
I somewhat enjoyed season 1.
Given my boredom, I
So
may
what?
need to revisit that one myself.
Right now, I've
What's
been
that,
watching
Ron?
Money Heist.
Money heist.
I watched the first season and I couldn't continue it, but the first season was good. But that's one of those dub series
up,
that can
Art?
be a bit difficult to watch.
I have to
But the
somewhat
first
pay
season was
attention
good.
because it's dubbed.
Yeah.
It gets on my nerves.
Yeah. Actually, sometimes it's better not to watch it and just listen to it.
Well, I have subtitles turned on because Chrissy sometimes can't hear very well, and I have it on in the settings, so no matter what device I'm on, when I'm watching Netflix, the subtitles show up, and I'll catch myself reading the subtitles, and I'm like, that's not what they said. Close, but not quite. It's like a literal translation versus an actual English translation.
Yeah, like I said, I only saw the first season. That was it's well done. I wish it wasn't a dub series, but it was well done.
Netflix is bad about that, in my opinion.
What's that?
I think they cater to the European market a lot.
It's definitely blown up in the last couple of years for sure.
Yeah. They'll air a lot of stuff that you can tell is a European type show, and it'll be dubbed over or it'll just, the English isn't quite right.
Let's flip it through.
Well, you know I'd say the problem is they don't tell you when you look at the when you read it, they don't tell you it's a dub series.
So
And sometimes it's really bad. It's not like a good dub.
Yeah.
The lips will keep going, and then the words will stop, and I'm like, I can't watch this. Turn it off.
Kind of like those old
Mr. Rogers.
kung fu movies on Saturday afternoon.
Oh, geez.
Yep. Like I had a hard time watching Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Mr. Rogers is getting a little upset here. We should let him get his comment in. Oh, no, we lost him.
He has company.
He tried for about 10 seconds and he said, forget it.
So I was flipping through Netflix and I saw this movie and it, from the description, I was like, oh, this looks really good. So I started and, it starts rolling the credits at the beginning and everybody's name was clearly a French name. I was like, nope.
Yep.
What's up, Art?
Or
You got-
What you smoking, Art?
What do you think?
Right? He got a fresh box of torpedoes, so of course he's got burned through them.
Nice. Hey, did you hear about Michael's experience with the blue?
No.
He choked on it. He said it should have come with a warning.
Yeah.
I told him to quit trying to be like Jake and stop inhaling them.
oh God, you only do that once.
Once I got through that instruction, I was good.
You've been inhaling cigars all this time?
No. Come on.
Man. We need to get the shop back open so I can teach you how to smoke a cigar the proper way.
Well, the first 15 years of my life smoking something, I inhaled it all. So it's just kind of what I got used to.
That's all right. Speaking of that, we were at the shop one day and I was smoking this little bitty, almost like a little cigarillo. And it was to the point where I was like this. And someone's like, what are you doing, smoking a joint? And I'm like, yeah. Oh, I about puked.
Whoop. Get it. Hold it.
You need to borrow that. There's one guy at the shop that smokes all the cigars with the roach clip.
Puff,
I forget his name. You need to get his roach clip.
Sounds like shit. Victoria's husband, Kelly Razor.
No, this guy's a black guy with a beard. I forget his name.
I don't know. Not sure. Does he bring his own, or does he get Christie?
I can't remember, but he never touches his cigar.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I've seen some guys use it looks like a pipe, but it goes straight out, and you shove the cigar in it. So it looks like those things you used to put on the end of a cigarette to make it roll long.
Yeah, the Virginia Slims.
And they'll smoke with that, and I'm like,
Tiparillo.
that's weird. Yeah, as a matter of fact, the guy that makes them sent me a friend request on Facebook just the other day. See if I can find him. What's that? All right, you remember what that punch was called that had 3 punches? Perfect draw or something like that? No.
No.
Oh, I know him.
That'd be perfect draw.
No, but I've got one if anybody needs one.
I can't find it. Oh well.
Art, how's it hanging? Checking temperatures. You still doing that?
3 days a week, man.
God, that sucks.
So because it's an IR camera or a flare camera, do you even have to do anything, or is it just set stable and you just look at a monitor?
It sets stable. Person walks up to it. You got to tell them sometimes to tilt their head and stuff like that, just because it's not picking up facial features and stuff. And people come in with hoods on and safety glasses and mask on. And got to tell them to take all that shit off. But it's pretty easy.
Come on, guys. It's the same shit every day. You should know by now. This is day 3, day 4.
Yeah,
Right?
about day 15.
Yeah, I check all the temperatures of our patients with our we've got a no-touch forehead thermometer.
Yep.
And it sucks if they just were outside and like it was windy and cold, because you never get the right temperature. Like, gotta wait a few minutes.
Right.
And we got idiots that come through the line and they'll have their coffee right here.
Yeah.
Doing that shit on purpose. But it only gives you a green box or a red box. It's got a temperature on there, but it's Celsius. So
Right.
we don't, they ask what, their temperatures are and stuff. We don't tell them. We just tell them we can't see it and go on.
Tell them, watch them freak out.
Yeah.
No, tell them in Celsius.
You're green. That means go to work.
102. Get in
Your
there.
degree.
Yeah.
102 Celsius. Get your ass in
You're
there.
good. Machine says you're good.
When it first started, there was a lot of people giving, the testers a lot of shit about, working and things like that. But it's calmed down now.
Yeah.
That's good.
The hospital I consult for has started to kind of see a plateau. So, they're still ready for another spike, but hopefully that's plateauing.
I bet salary people at GE's got another month and a half, 2 months of this stuff.
Yeah. I have a feeling when they start opening the economy, it'll be slow.
They told us today GE would be slow going back for the salary people and stuff. So, in the midst of all this, they've changed my job. So, I'm not doing parts anymore. I'm doing just more color development and paint development.
Huh.
So I've got a whole new office and everything. I just don't know where it's at yet.
Oh wow.
More traveling to China, South Korea.
Probably.
You're gonna be the
I would say
Wuhan
that's
kid.
probably done for the year.
Yeah.
That's probably done for the year.
Your
I was
new
watching-
office is in Wuhan.
Yeah.
Watching some movies on Prime, and I don't know if y'all remember, in 2011 there was a movie called Containment about an airborne virus that kind of goes pandemic. It was eerily real similar to all of this.
Yes. A lot of people have talked about that.
Started
So does
from back.
anybody know anybody that's got it?
Yeah, my uncle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have a previous
Oh.
employee that's got it, and then one of my employees called me today saying that she won't be at work tomorrow because her dad got tested today. They're pretty sure he has it.
I just found out the other day my niece had it. She's over it. She's better.
That's
She's
good.
a nurse.
I think there was a lot of people that had it before it even came out.
Yeah.
Well,
And I talked to another guy at GE. I know, Chrissy and Curtis, you all were sick there too, but this guy at GE, he came back. He came back from China in, I think he said November or December. I think it was December. And in February, he come down with flu-like symptoms. And when he went, he was tested for A and B. It was both negative. And they told him that he had the flu, or he had the pneumonia. So like a day later, his girlfriend caught the same shit or had the same shit. She went through the same struggles. So,
Yeah.
and it's the same symptoms, hard to breathe and, fever and all that stuff. It was here.
The employee, dad got tested today, week and a half, 2 weeks ago, she ended up her quarantine. I quarantined her because same thing, flu-like symptoms. She got tested for the flu, was negative for the flu, but they treated her. I said, you're staying home. So.
Yep, it's better to send them home. And
Robert,
pay
what the
them
hell are
than
you
it would
wearing,
be-
man?
It's a cardigan.
Mr. Cardigan. Come on.
Mr. Cardigan.
Look,
Mr.
come on,
Cardigan.
Rob.
It's comfortable.
That's Mr. Rogers' illegitimate brother.
I hate every one of you folks.
It's okay, ZBB. You'll be all right.
I think it makes you look very intelligent.
Thank you, Jerry.
I thought he had a fucking doctor's coat on a while ago.
Nope,
And he
just a
did
white
say
cardigan.
looks.
Clear
I
that
can
up.
go put that on if you'd like. Make you
Nah,
feel
it's-
better. Put some
Don't make-
rubber gloves on. Make you feel like at home.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow. This
Mm-mm.
call
Was
just
everybody
take it to
working from
turn.
home?
Robert's not. Stuart's not.
Nope. I was actually at the hospital last night.
Go to work every day.
So
Essential.
I never filled out my credentials.
he said, screw it. Fuck it. I'll just work from home.
I mean, I'll do it if I need to, but I've got approved work remote. So
Yeah.
I've always said everything I do can be done remotely anyways, because I technically do it from a remote location. Everything that I work on at my office isn't at my office. It's a remote connection to a server. Everything I do as far as in person is through a conference call or a WebEx or whatever the case may be. You know, unless I'm doing something directly with my team, meaning, you know, my manager and down, it's not in person anyway. So I don't even know why they were wasting the office space.
Yeah, I wonder how many companies are going to realize, you know, obviously as a culture, we've moved more into
Yep.
alternative hours, alternative workspaces. I wonder how much of this
Yep.
is going to fast forward that.
I don't think mine
Yep.
will.
Oh yeah.
I've got a lot of upper leadership that's got the older mindset of, especially, I mean, hell, Tom Relich put out a memo stating that, you know, everyone needs to report to the office at first. You know, it's, you know, you're essential. We support FEMA, you know, we support, you know, hospitals and EMS and stuff like that. You know, we have to have you here in office no matter what, even the support team. You know, we may not have anybody on front line that's a part of our team, but we were expected to report to the office that you're more productive in the office than you are at home. And I was like, okay.
They've shown otherwise.
I of the last 2-3 weeks, there's been plenty of times that I've been logged in working past 5 when if I was at office, I'd be in my truck already.
Out the
Yeah.
door.
I think, Robert, I think you're spot on. I think the days of companies buying, you know, these big flagship buildings, these office buildings, I think that's going to wane off. I think there's going to be a huge correction on even like housing prices, because you no longer are going to have to live in these big tech cities or whatnot to be part of the company. So I think, you know, over the next couple decades, I think there'll be an evening off of even, you know, property values and whatnot, because people can go to Kentucky and still work for a huge company that's based out of Chicago or whatnot.
Well, speaking of the housing market, I don't know if you saw the release from Chase. I think it was today or yesterday, but they put out a release stating that if you don't have a 700 or above, don't even consider applying for a home loan.
Wow.
Really?
Damn.
When before, I think it was like a 630, you can get an FHA.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's a big jump in credit. I mean, most of the people that can afford a house, you know, have generally got a credit rating higher, unless you're going for like a starter home anyways. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's-
politicians aren't going to stand for that, because everybody has to have a house. They deserve, it's a human right to own a home, even though you can't afford it.
Right.
That's what
Right.
got us into the last fucking
you're absolutely right.
downturn.
You're absolutely right. It was that and the banks getting greedy with their umbrella loans, or
Yeah,
their balloon
Yeah.
payments, or whatever you want to
Balloon
call it.
payment.
right. But that was, you know, they were approving loans for people that couldn't afford them.
Yep.
And, you know,
Set you up with 3 years of interest only payments, and then on the 4th year, you're gonna owe this payment that's triple what it was, and you're still gonna have no equity in the house.
right. Meanwhile, you could barely afford the payments that were the lower ones,
Right.
the base payments.
They would sell the idea of, well, you're gonna get that promotion, right? And
Yeah.
then you can just refinance and you can afford it.
Same,
My
same thing.
oldest, I'm gonna say my oldest son, he graduated college last year and bought a house in the same year with like, zero, income history, but they did it based on his degree, which I thought was absolutely insane.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And he bought a very modest house, and he can afford to live there and everything now. But I couldn't believe they approved him for that, because that wasn't the case, when I went to buy my first home.
No.
No, definitely not.
But speaking of college, it's the same thing with college, right? For years and years and years, everyone pushed you have to have a 4-year degree, and now as a country, we lack skilled technical workers.
Yep.
Skilled
That's
labor.
because that 4-year degree became cheap because everybody was getting one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, you look at the major cities. I mean, they're building rental properties like crazy. I mean, the mindset has definitely shifted from owning a house to not owning. So I think we'll continue to see that quite a bit.
It's crazy here with the amount of apartments they're building.
Oh God.
I forget what it was, but the other day, Brandon and I were talking, and we were talking about something. I can't remember, but she was like, how nice would it be to, have a property you don't have to worry about all the landscaping and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, we all got duped into you got to be a homeowner.
Yep. Once we sell this place, we're gonna go to either a patio home or a condo.
We're going to our Class A. We're just going to live in the RV. Home will be where we park it.
The only problem with apartment I have is you're stuck with whoever lives upstairs or next to you. You kind of. And if you got like that new Geico commercial, a clogging problem with the family upstairs fucking dancing around, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Why you always by the top floor?
Yeah.
100%. You are right.
I'm
You're
part of
all-
that. I've
you're-
never owned a house. I have no desire. I can definitely buy a condo, but I have no desire to own property. To Bobby's, or I think it was Bobby's point, I have no desire to landscape and keep up with the home. I'm more than good with it.
When we bought this house, we were originally like, oh, this will be our starter home. We'll grow from here. We'll get maybe a little smaller house once the kids move out, but have more property. And I'm like, I have to pay someone to cut my grass.
Hassle.
It's now granted, I guess
Yeah.
right now I don't have to, but the plan is to go back to work. And I don't want to have to find a lawn guy after I go back to work.
Part of my mindset comes from Chicago, where it's just insane to own property.
Yeah.
And and then I come to Kentucky for the last couple of years, and now I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Property values are so much lower, but for so much of my life, I was just like, I just don't see me, buying a $400,000 or $500,000 house
Yeah.
plus.
Plus, I mean, if you're in a location or a career that has the potential of relocation, all you're doing is adding a burden either on yourself or your employer if they want to promote you and move you. That could,
Right.
I mean, I hate to say it, but it could actually put you out of the running.
Well,
I'm and you all can tell it's going to cost me about 40 grand.
Jesus, is that your garage?
His basement.
Basement.
Oh, that's your basement? Oh, wow.
Hey, you're gonna have to cut back on your cigars.
Not going to happen.
Yeah.
What's that, Art?
I've been here 5 years and I ain't cut back yet. That's why the basement's not done.
That's what I meant.
And if I was to go to work from home more permanently, I would look into putting an office down here, something more permanent other than a kitchen table and a blanket thrown up behind me.
It's a nice blanket.
Right. I mean, it's soft. It's like the polar flake stuff.
I guess I'm gonna have to
You
give
ever
me
lean back and start to fall asleep against it?
I was just trying to do something because originally this started out as I need somewhere where I can do my WebExes. You know, it doesn't look. I was also at first told to not let everyone know I was working from home, and if I was to do a WebEx and all you see is unfinished 2x4s behind me or a concrete wall behind me, they'd be like, "Where the fuck are you?"
They're renovating my office.
Right. I'm down in the basement of the office. They moved me down here while they're fumigating. They're sanitizing everything.
So do you call in a t-shirt and a hat?
No. I'll have a polo on. I will occasionally still have my hat on, but a lot of times I'll take it off.
Yeah, put it back on.
That's another thing.
exactly.
That's another thing that's changed in all this. It was never acceptable before to wear a hat on your Zoom work meeting, and now nobody gives a fuck.
Dude, I haven't had a haircut in almost 7 weeks. And I was a every 4 week. So I'm almost double my haircut.
Well, boys, I gotta put the kids to bed.
Yeah, I think it's time to wrap this up anyways. Good seeing everyone.
Yep. Pleasure. Hope everyone's well. Mr. Cardigan, I hope everything works out with Brandy.
Appreciate it.
Yep. See everyone
It
Thursday.
will.
All right. Have a good
See you
night.
guys.
Y'all be good.
See
See you guys.